Have you ever felt like learning English vocabulary is just this endless uphill battle of memorization? Well, what if I told you there's a kind of secret code? A master key that can unlock dozens of words all at once just by understanding one simple idea. All right, let's jump right in and see how this works.
So we're going to start things off with a little puzzle, because hiding deep inside the English language, there are these amazing connections between words you would never, ever guess are related.
Okay, so take a look at these three words. We've got anniversary, reverse, and controversy. Now on the surface, they look totally random, don't they? I mean, one's about a party, one's about going backwards, and the other is about an argument. But what if they all share a little piece of hidden DNA? And that's exactly it. The secret that ties them all together is that they are all built around the exact same hidden root. It's like a core component that gives each of these very different words their meaning. Which brings us to the master key for today. The secret root that unlocks this whole puzzle and a whole lot more is vert, or its other form, verse.
And its meaning is incredibly simple. It just means to turn. That's all. This tiny, simple idea of turning is the powerful secret code we've been hunting for.
You know, a really good way to think about this is to imagine vert and verse as being the engine inside a word. It's what provides the core action, the power. But of course, an engine needs a car around it and a driver to tell it where to go. And that's where prefixes come into play. So, we have the root, which gives us the action, to turn. The next piece of the puzzle is adding prefixes, which tell that action which direction to go in.
Just think of prefixes as little direction markers. They attach to the beginning of the word and they tell our turn engine whether it should turn back or turn inward or turn something together.
And this is where it all starts to click together so logically. You take a prefix like re, which means back, you add it to our root and you get revert, to turn back to a previous state. Or you take con, which means together, and you get convert, to turn something's form by bringing it together with a new idea. It's such an elegant and simple system once you see it.
And this is just a perfect example of how powerful this system is. Look at introvert and extrovert. An introvert is literally someone whose focus and energy turns inward. An extrovert is someone whose energy turns outward. The words themselves are perfect descriptions of a personality. It's not random at all.
All right, so now that we've got the key, our root, and we know how to use it with these little direction markers, let's meet the huge family of words that you've just unlocked.
I mean, just look at this list. Anniversary, that marks the turning of a year. Reverse, to turn back. Advertise, that's when you turn people's attention towards a product. They all have that fundamental idea of turning built right into their DNA.
But what's really cool is that this system doesn't just work for simple words. It works for the big, complex ones too. So let's go back to one of our first mystery words and really break it down. Controversial.
Okay, let's build it piece by piece. First, you have the prefix contro, which means against. Then you have our root, verse, which means to turn. So you put those together, and what do you get? A controversial topic is literally something that turns people against each other. The definition is baked right into the word itself. It's incredible.
So, what's the big payoff here? Well, by understanding this one single root vert/verse and just a handful of common prefixes, you haven't just learned one or two words. You've just gained the key to understanding over 30 common English words. That isn't just memorizing, that is smart decoding.
And that really gets to the heart of it. This isn't about staring at flashcards for hours. It's about learning the system, the architecture that the language is built on. It's about becoming a word detective, not just a word collector.
Okay, so now you've got the tools, you know the secret. So it's your turn to be the detective. I've got one final challenge for you.
Here's the word subvert. Based on everything we've just talked about, can you figure out what it means? I'll even give you a hint. That prefix sub means under. So what do you think it means to turn from under? Give it some thought. This is how you really start to build a vocabulary that sticks. Thanks for exploring this with me today.